Okay, let's just dive right in. We need to talk about a harsh truth. One of those psychological things about our relationships that's, well, it's kind of hard to hear. But stick with me, because I promise, getting through this discomfort, that's where you'll find some real peace.
Yep, there it is. That one stings a little, doesn't it? But that's exactly why we have to unpack it. And look, this isn't about becoming some jaded, cynical person. Not at all. It's just about pulling back the curtain on this fundamental thing that's running in the background of almost all our interactions.
And this right here is so important. Accepting this truth, it's not a defeat. It's actually a victory. It's how you finally step away from all that confusion and pain. It's how you start building relationships on something real, something solid. It's about finally letting go of these expectations that, honestly, they were probably never going to work out anyway.
But why? Why do people act like this? Are they just evil? I mean, it's a fair question, right? You know that feeling when someone you thought cared about you just ghosts you the second you need something back? It feels so personal. It feels malicious. But is it really that simple? Are they just a bad person? Well, the psychology is actually way more interesting than that.
And that's what we're getting into now, the psychology behind it all. See, this isn't some battle between good people and evil people. It's about our basic human wiring. It's almost like we all have this little internal accounting system running in the background all the time.
This is what psychologists call the self-serving bias. And the most important thing to get here is that for most people, this isn't some conscious evil plan. It's not a selfish calculation. It's just our brain's default setting. We're all naturally wired to look at the world and our relationships through the lens of, okay, what's in this for me?
And that idea leads right into this concept of emotional profit. Just think about it. Your emotional energy, it's not infinite. Your brain knows this. So without you even realizing it, it's constantly asking, hey, if I invest my limited energy into this person or this situation, what's my return? What do I get back? Because at the end of the day, your brain's number one job is your survival, not anybody else's.
So this is why those connections that felt so strong can just evaporate. Think about it. Maybe you stop being their number one cheerleader, making them feel important all the time. Or you stop validating everything they do. Maybe you're the one who always gives support, and then one day, you actually need something in return. That's the moment their emotional profit goes down. And guess what often goes down right with it? Their effort.
Okay, so what's the big deal? What happens if you just ignore all this? Well, let's talk about the high cost of overgiving. If you're someone who's a natural giver, this part is really going to hit home.
See, our minds, we love to create this beautiful illusion. We want to believe that relationships are these perfect, balanced partnerships. And we believe it because it feels good, it feels safe, it feels fair. But the reality? Well, the reality is often a whole different story.
And here it is, plain and simple. The illusion is that perfect 50-50 partnership. But the reality? So often it becomes this giver and taker dynamic. One person is just giving and giving, providing all that emotional profit, and the other person is taking. So what do you think happens when the giver finally stops giving? The taker disappears. And it's usually not because they hate you, it's because their free supply of energy just got shut off.
And this is the price you pay when you don't see this dynamic for what it is. You completely burn yourself out. You're overgiving, your time, your energy, everything. You find yourself practically begging for attention that you absolutely deserve. You get stuck in these draining, one-sided relationships, and you're just exhausted from trying to prove you're worth their time. And the worst part, you start to think, what's wrong with me?
Listen, if any of that just hurt to hear, that is a good thing. Seriously, it means you're finally waking up and seeing the pattern. That sting you feel, that's not failure. That's the feeling of opening your eyes to reality that you now have the power to change. This right here, this is the turning point. So where do we go from here? What do you do with this new awareness? Well, if you're ready for peace, if you're ready for healthier connections, it's time for some new rules. It's time to stop chasing people and start matching their energy. All right, let's run through the new rules of engagement. Number 1, match their energy. Simple. If they give you 10%, you stop giving them 100%. It's about respecting yourself. 2, set boundaries. Your boundaries are what protect you from being drained. They're not mean. They're necessary. 3, watch what they do, not what they say. Effort and consistency tell the real story. Words are easy. 4, stop explaining your worth. The right people won't make you audition for a spot in their life. 5, focus on reciprocation. Look around and see who's actually there for you, who's actually giving back. Put your energy there. And number 6, the big one. Protect your emotional energy. Treat your time and your heart like they're the most valuable things you own, because they are.
And that's really what this all boils down to. Your life, your relationships, they're not going to change until your psychology does. You can't change other people, but you can change your own approach. When you finally get these dynamics, you take your power back, you stop pouring your amazing energy into black holes, and you start, finally, choosing your people wisely.